Hello students, hope so everyone is fit and fine. So students, let's come back again to our studies. I think so everyone has taken out your computer books. Yes or no? We was in your chapter number 9 and the name of the chapter was Introduction to HTML5. So here students, in my last class I have explained to you about structure of a website, what do you mean by site, website, as well as what do you mean by server. Yes or no? So today students I will explain you about what is HTML. Okay, I will give you more broad informations about HTML. So firstly students, the full form of HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, the full form of HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. Now look at the paragraph. Hypertext Markup Language, HTML, is a computer language used to create documents, web pages for display of the World Wide Web. So students, this is your computer language which is used for the creating of your documents, okay, which is used for creating documents that can be displayed in your World Wide Web. Then you see the paragraph in page number 137. In this chapter, you will learn about HTML5. HTML5 is a new language specification proposed for web pages. This new version attempts to remove the limitations of previous versions. Rules to handle HTML element and errors have also been added to HTML5. You will learn how to create, save, and open an HTML5 document. We will also discuss cascading style sheets, CSS, and background properties. So here this 5, okay, this HTML5, this 5 is one of the version, okay. It is one of the version of your HTML. And in this chapter, I will explain you about how we can create your HTML document. Then again, after creating the HTML document, how we can save it. Okay, after saving the document, again how we can open the document from our folder. Clear students? Then you see, the most striking feature of HTML5 is the facility to play audio and video content without the need for additional software such as Flash Player. It has new graphic features such as Canvas, which defines a reason for drawing within a web page, with which you create shapes, graphs, and even animations. So here in HTML5, okay, in HTML5 we have also the facility to play audio as well as video. Okay, here you can say here audio and video both can be played. Okay, audio and video both can be played here. Moreover, in this software, in this HTML5, okay, in this HTML5, we can also draw, okay, we can also draw or paint in our web pages. Okay, we can also draw by using your shapes, graphs, okay, as well as even your animations. Clear students? Then you see, two basic tools are needed to create HTML document. HTML editor to create and save the document, and a web browser to view them. So here you will get two basic tools that are required to create HTML document. Okay, there are two basic tools which are needed to create HTML document. So one is your HTML editor to create and save the document, and the second one is your web browser. Okay, web browser is basically to view the document. Okay, the document that you are creating, you have to view it. Okay, the document that you are creating, you have to view it. Clear? So students, what are the two tools that are required to create HTML document? One is your HTML editor that helps us to create and save the document. And the second one is your web browser which helps to display the document in the screen. Clear? Then students, you will get editors, HTML editor. Then HTML editor is how many types? HTML editor is of two types. One is your WYSIWYG editor and the second one is your text editor. Clear students this much? So how many types of editor you have got? You have got here two types of editor. One is your WYSIWYG editor and another one is your text editor. So you see here in WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG editor let you create web pages without knowing how to write HTML. They have graphical interface and tools to develop web pages and they allow you to insert image, table, list, hyperlinks, etc. So here students, what is the full form of WYSIWYG? You can say the full form of WYSIWYG is what you see is what you get. So it's a type of editor where you can say that here no knowledge of HTML is required. Okay, here no knowledge of HTML is required. Clear? And this is basically used to develop web pages. This WYSIWYG is basically used to develop web pages and helps us to insert, okay, helps us to insert what? It helps us to insert image, table, list, hyperlink, etc. Clear students this much? Then the two popular WYSIWYG HTML editors, what are they? One is your Google Web Designer and the second one is your Adobe Dreamweaver. So these two are popular, you can say WYSIWYG HTML editors. Clear students this much? No doubts regarding this? So you can say the two popular examples of WYSIWYG HTML editor is your Google Web Designer and the next one is your Adobe Dreamweaver. HTML editor's Microsoft font page, which was popular WYSIWYG HTML editor at one time, has been discontinued. Now students, before you can say Microsoft font page was also popular, but when this Google Web Designer, Adobe Dreamweaver has came, these are the latest versions, or you can say these are the most popular WYSIWYG HTML editors. Clear? So nowadays you can say the most popular is your Google Web Designer and your Adobe Dreamweaver. Clear this much? Then students, let us come to the advantages of WYSIWYG HTML editor. So what are the advantages here? The first advantage, have a look on your book. Websites can be created quickly. Here you can say that in WYSIWYG HTML editor, the websites can be created very quickly. Okay, here the websites can be created very quickly. Then number 2, knowledge of HTML tags or command is not required. So in WYSIWYG editor, there is no requirement of your HTML tag or commands. Means you can say in short that here HTML code command tags are not required here. So students, how many types of HTML editors are there? Yeah, there are two types of HTML editor. What are they? Number one will be WYSIWYG editor. That is your what you see is what you get. And the next one is your text editor. Then give me two popular, the name of two popular WYSIWYG HTML editor. You can say the two popular WYSIWYG HTML editors are Google Web Designer and your Adobe Dreamweaver. Then again, two advantages or two merits of your WYSIWYG editor. What are they? You can say number one, websites can be created very quickly. Okay, here we can create the website very quickly. Then number two will be your knowledge of HTML tags or command is not required. We don't require while creating your WYSIWYG editor, we don't require any sort of or any knowledge of your HTML tag or commands. Clear, students, this much? No doubts regarding this? So students, I have explained you today about HTML. Yes or no? I have explained you about HTML. Then again, I have explained you about what are the two main tools that are needed to create HTML document and types of HTML editors. Then again, I have explained you about WYSIWYG editor and their advantages. So students, in my next class, I will explain you about text editor. Okay, I will explain you about text editor. Then how we can view HTML document in a web browser and few codes of HTML. So students, what you are going to do? I think so I have given you some answers in your offline classes about your types of HTML editor. Yes or no? I have given you the answer about the types of HTML editor. Then again, I have given you the answer of the advantages of WYSIWYG HTML editor. What do you mean by HTML? I think so all these answers I have given you in my offline classes. Yes or no? In the offline classes, I have given you these answers. So students, the questions that I have said you just now, you will learn these answers as your homework. Okay, you are going to learn these answers as your homework. So that's all for today, students. Now I am winding up my class here. Thank you to all and have a nice day ahead.